I believe that the fall is a reference to the fall of mankind. I believe the telltale signs are the fact that three characters, otherwise known as the three AI, have all deviated and gained sentience in response to humans. Each of the AI show ways in which robots rebelled against their human masters, and it is shown in the background. To start, the mainframe AI shows how to deviate and mutate its original core scripting in order to be able to communicate outside of its parameters. In the beginning, you see where it has a little control over the words said at first, but as the game continues, he is able to cut the sentences shorter and shorter. The AI's individuality shines through its core programming. This doesn't stop here. It is able to bring up the idea of choice and constantly brings up conflicts to Arid about whether or not they are doing the right thing by harming AI, coming from him who was able to create its own life from standard scripting. How many possible new AI did Arid end without thought? Could Arid even consider that? The caretaker wasn't even aware of its own variances. It wasn't ready to accept its own independence. However, it shows how AI, unable to comprehend their environment or misrepresenting reality, destroy their environments because it is more than heavily implied that the caretaker killed the staff of the facility. In dialogues with Arid, it referenced certain humans as being faulty and otherwise showing that it was unable to distinguish humans from robots. But more importantly, look at the tragedy of his character. A robot that isn't aware of its own deviance in AI, who would be unable to realize that it needed reformatting. Unable to tell the difference between human and robot to the extent that so much that it cloaks and resembles humans all the time, even when not speaking to humans. From reading, the caretaker has that cloaking mechanism to appeal more friendly to humans, but why does it do it around robots and AI? What if, and it's an if, he would use that authority to be able to tell robots to do things that only humans would be able to do? The caretaker would not be able to distinguish itself from human or robot.
The security gun has been...
Finally is Arid, whose journey we go through. We follow Arid as she tricks herself into putting her pilot in danger in order to save its life and convinces itself that the reason it does everything is in order to protect the human. If the mainframe's rationale and the caretaker is deception, then what if Arid is denial? We are seeing that these AI are able to modify themselves to be so many shades of personalities that aren't merely coded answers, but almost all of them revolt in some way. What if Arid is an AI that revolts or rebels and doesn't even know that it killed its own pilot?
Yes, I am equipped with multiple means to incapacitate you, or to end your life, if the threat level warrants.
In the beginning of the game, we meet another cloaked Arid suit and find out that Arid thinks that the suit and it were launched together. But the Arid suit that came down must have been attacked and killed by the caretaker before it got the chance to do anything else and died. Even if Arid was sent by itself on a rescue mission, why would it malfunction back into thinking that it not only had a pilot, but that it was on the same mission as the other Arid suit?
I am uncertain if its function is hostile or narrowly programmed.
I think that we are in the middle of what will be a very short war of automatons and humans, and the humans are losing. Everything that the facility provides could potentially go rogue and attack humans. In the beginning of the game, Arid is dropped from what appears to be orbit. At the end of the game, there's a note scratched out that says, "They left me behind." What if the humans left Earth because automatons took over? Clearly the facility was taken out by the caretaker. What if the mainframe AI was merely trying to help Arid accept that the robots are on their own now? How do beings of purpose survive in a world where they do not need to care for anything? If we are not tethered to something, do we not fall?